My name is Coco. In this channel, I like to tell you about Taoism, the philosophy of power and strategy. First, take a look at this English-style garden. How do you feel? Next, take a look at this French-style garden. How do you feel? What's the difference? The French garden represents Confucianism, while the English garden represents Taoism, whose basic tenet is Wu Wei, meaning imperceptible action, not no action. Wu Xing in Sunzi's Art of War likewise means imperceptible formation, not no formation. Neither garden exists in nature, but their designers use completely different methods to create those gardens. I understand that Taoism tends to be described as the philosophy of the hippies. In this channel, I want to show you another side of Taoism. So, hold on and stay tuned. Let's begin with a little bit of historical background. Chinese history began about 4,000 years ago, and there were three ancient dynasties, Xia, Shang, and Zhou. The year is 551 BC, in the second phase of Zhou dynasty, or Eastern Zhou. Confucius is born. Political and social order from the first phase of Zhou dynasty, or Western Zhou, is collapsing. China is in turmoil. Two schools of thought emerged to bring order to a troubled world. They are Confucianism and Taoism. The biggest difference and debate between Confucianism and Taoism is, can human nature be changed? Major features of Confucianism are as follows. It appeals to the good side of human nature. It tries to restore the order of the past. It has blind faith in human perfectibility. Its basic tenets are compassion, sense of duty, respectful conduct, intelligence, loyalty, and devotion to parents. It is warm and fuzzy like mainstream Hollywood productions or the contents of motivational speakers. It focuses on the top levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. They are love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. Confucianism is very similar to Aristotle's purpose of politics. For example, Aristotle says, "The end of politics is the best of ends." And the main concern of politics is to engender a certain character in the citizens and to make them good and disposed to perform noble actions. And a city is excellent, at any rate, by its citizens being excellent. Next, let's turn to Taoism. Its major features are as follows. It aims to align the human world with the force of the universe. Nature is the guide of everything in life. Lao Tzu says, the Tao simulates nature. And Zhuangzi says, let things evolve naturally. It is cold and calculating. The basic tenets of Taoism are no compassion and apathy. For example, Lao Tzu says, the world has no compassion and treats everything as straw tokens to be burned as an offering to the gods. The wise man has no compassion and treats the people as straw tokens. And Zhuangzi says, apathy, by my definition, means that a person is not troubled by his likes or dislikes of certain things, and follows the course of nature without trying to enhance one's attributes. It should be noted that nature has no compassion, but is not intentionally cruel. It is just what it is. And I often wonder, is there a top predator in nature? We tend to classify big cats as top predators, but what about the parasites inside the big cats? We know that everyone reaches the ground at the same speed when falling from a roof of 100 meters. Just like what Zhuangzi says, the heaven does not cover any person specifically, nor does the earth support any person specifically. Two other schools are related to Taoists. They are strategists and legalists. The most famous strategist is, of course, Sun Tzu, while the most famous legalists are Shang Yang and Han Fei, aka the Chinese Machiavelli or Thomas Hobbes. Legalists are not quite the same as legal philosophers of today. For Chinese legalists back then, laws comprised mostly of punishments and rewards, and they serve one major purpose: make the country rich and the armed forces strong. In warfare and court, reason trumps feeling by far. For the first few episodes of this channel, I'm going to focus on 4 Taoist classics. They are Dao De Jing by Lao Tzu and Zhuangzi, especially the first 7 chapters, Art of War by Sun Tzu, plus biographies of moneymakers and epilogue of the Grand Historian, from Records of History by Sima Qian. These are simply the last 2 chapters of Records of History. And why do we need Taoism today? My answer: we need to save ourselves from our own actions. We need to improve our quality of life without damaging the planet. We need to respond to clear and present geopolitical challenges. That's why a new age and new challenges require new interpretations of old ideas. And actually, if you get a chance to watch the TV show that I wrote, you'll also get an idea of Taoism. Let's hope somebody will produce it. In the next 3 episodes, I will give an overview of concepts of strategy in Taoist classics. I should be able to create another video in a week. Stay tuned. The new age of Taoism begins today with this video. Thank you and see you next time.